We all got scammed. Welcome to the Hook Podcast. Welcome to the Hook Podcast. I'm DG the artist. I'm here with...
I'm Risk.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe. And today we do want to talk about how we have been scammed, almost been scammed, all of the above, and maybe how you can avoid some common scams as artists in the music world.
They're
Because
out there.
people really want to get your money, get your fame,
You'll get
get
played.
everything you
You'll
got.
get played, kid.
It's
You gotta
me.
watch out for these music
You're
streets.
trying to get playlisted, but you end up getting played. So we're gonna get into all that, but as we promised last time, we did ask for questions on the last episode, and y'all delivered. So we want to get into some of the questions that you left for us. If you like the questions, If you enjoy today's Q&A section, please leave questions in the comments for our next episode, and we will make sure to get to them. So do that.
Okay,
Anyway, this first
one.
question comes from AlexX9434. Thank you for the
Hi,
question.
Alex.
This question is, what's y'all's take on Suno and the $3 million AI artist record deal? Should AI have a place in artistry? I feel like everyone's thinking about this right now. It's like, it's
my
the
God.
burning question.
We are cooked.
But I disagree.
No, I also disagree.
Yeah.
Slightly. I think... You want to go? I'll go. I'll go. You go.
I'll
go. No.
See, okay, I feel like my take is pretty simple, right? I think, okay, AI is getting better and better. Obviously, like, it can already make songs that are almost indistinguishable from human songs. Maybe indistinguishable and we don't even know, you know?
Wow.
If it can't now, it's going to be able to
gonna.
really soon.
Yeah.
That said, I believe that what people really connect to in music is the artist. Like, if you show me a song made by Kendrick Lamar and then another song that an AI made trying to replicate the Kendrick Lamar style, I'm going to care more about the Kendrick one. Not even if the AI has better wordplay, better bars, whatever, I still care more about the Kendrick one because of this persona that he's built up. You know, he's a person who I care about hearing what he has to say, whereas, like, I don't care what AI has to say.
Okay, but
Yeah.
to push back on that.
Okay,
To push back on
hit
that.
me.
I think what you're saying has a place. And it's not that AI will completely take over every form of music, but is it possible that the market of music and will be like, will change in a way that AI will take commercial music, background music, scores.
Yes.
And then on top of that, you extend into the future 10 or 15 years.
Yes.
New generations are being born and they're coming. Do they really care about the difference? If a song is hot, isn't it just good?
Sure.
You know?
Well, okay, here's what I'll say about that. I think commercials, things like that, I am with you. That's going to be out. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
the
And no,
people who make music
that's
for
a lot of
commercials.
money. There's a lot of money in syncing. There's a lot of money in
Huge.
I
in
think
work like that.
those people will be out of a job in a little while, which sucks because, you know, the creativity is a great thing, but, you know, most companies are going to be like, well, why would we pay an artist to do this when we could just ask AI to make a jingle? And AI jingles are going to be so earwormy because they're based on the catchiest things that have ever been made. So,
totally.
you know,
We're going to take over
I'm-
the world.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a concern. But I don't know. I feel like still people want to connect to, even if it's not to a direct person, they want to at least connect to like a character or like something that had some human touch to it. They don't just want, people don't just like songs in a vacuum.
Well, I think
you know?
it's a little bit
I
of
don't
what
know.
we've been discussing with, like, when you're an artist, if you're going to make something that's just for the algorithm or just for the, you know, the hit that people can kind of like, you know, make a trend on TikTok.
Right.
Then it has a fleeting nature to it because they're not connecting to you as an artist. You're not inviting them into your world per se.
Right.
They're not part of your world and they're not going back to you because you are doing something. So that's kind of where I feel like AI is going to be, where it's like, hell yeah, I'll listen to it, but it's going to be fleeting. Like, I don't have any.
Is that going to be the case, though, on the side of AI, to play AI advocate here, when there's brands behind AIs and stories behind AI characters, and now there's like a cultural norm and recognition of this AI?
I mean, yeah.
I think it's so
This-
uncanny valley. Like, there is that.
It is, but Italian brain rot is already a thing. These characters.
Yeah, but
that
that's a
kids
meme,
love.
right?
But yeah.
For how long?
And that's
It's-
for children, I guess.
Right.
Like, if you're a creator that mostly makes music for children, then I feel like maybe, that it is a little bit more dangerous.
The baby shark market will no longer be
yeah.
dominated by people.
Huge.
That will go to AI. I
and
can
you
give
know
you
they're
that.
making money in that market.
Oh yeah,
They're
that's
making money.
yeah.
'cause
The
kids
shark
eat it.
money.
all those little like wheels on the bus videos on YouTube,
Yeah.
Coco Melon, all that stuff. is probably already mostly
Yeah.
AI.
Coco audio smelling.
But there was
I don't
that there was that group that was kind of like country music or something. It was like 3 brothers or something, and they had like a full Spotify like picture of them, and all the music like sounded, you know, somewhat real, a little empty, but
the fuck, I forget the name.
yeah, right.
They're like rockish country band.
Yeah. And once people like started to like really look at the pictures and realize that they weren't people, they understand. They immediately, the brain goes like, this is emptier than I once realized, and then I feel like maybe the culture has to change before we can start to accept things like that.
Yeah,
because we are immediately pushing back against it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would say there's like a cultural pushback, and after that, is there still how much of that is already inborn, is already natural pushback?
Right.
You know, I would guess it's less than what we're.
But I do think that there is something psychological with like being human that our brains don't like uncanniness.
Right. And like I also just feel like I'm so much more interested in an artist that has something in common with me, like someone I can really relate to. I don't know if AI can.
Well,
like,
okay, but no, because there is the side of people like fully dating AI because AI is the only thing that actually gets them.
Because it actually can force itself to relate to. Yeah,
and it's an echo chamber at that point. If you ask AI to make a song just for you and your special creepy little interests, then no one else can do it except for AI.
And you know, okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna push back on myself too, because you're saying it's like,
oh no,
like
the devil's advocate.
It's a wrap. We're done.
No,
You're the one who's trying to save us, man. We need you to fight
the
this.
ship is going down.
I'm trying. Yeah,
the
dude.
ship is going down.
I'm like, ship is sinking right now. I need you to captain this ship.
Well,
Man.
I don't know if I can do that.
Oh
for
God.
Because here's the thing, right? Like,
God.
I always try to check myself with this because I am an auto-tune rapper at heart. I fucking love auto-tune.
But you use it as a tool, not as a crutch.
Sure, I use it as a tool, but regardless, despite that, there are many people out there who still say auto-tune bad.
Okay.
Auto-tune not real, therefore bad. I'm kind of doing the same thing with AI. Saying AI not real, bad.
Yeah.
So I want to always keep an open mind to the future, because in the same way that I'm grateful that people have kept an open mind to autotune, and I have fans who like my use of autotune and find it creative and fun, I hope that I can also see the creative and fun things that people do with AI. But I think there's a big difference between using AI in your music in the same way that I use autotune in my music, and just like having an empire of AI created music where like, you know, AI is even coming up with the ideas and just pumping it out there, and there's not even a human involved.
Can I
there's
give
a
like
difference,
the vision that I see?
Yeah.
I think you're making a good point. I think the only real option, if you want to make music sustainably, this is like an extremist opinion, is to be a superstar. Because otherwise the market is only going to shrink based off what AI can do. Like the opportunities to be like a mid-level artist or an artist just like doing things like on a ground level. Maybe you can have local success. I think your options are local or megastar. Yeah. Because that's the only way to like.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah. For like playing instruments in public. Like just last night, I was out with Ian. There was a guy playing the saxophone just in public, and he just brought excellent energy to the place. And if that was just like a speaker playing AI generated saxophone music, I would not have given it money.
Right.
You know, but I gave the guy $1. I'm like, this is good. You're doing great. You know, keep it up.
Yeah.
So I think what you said about local or like live, you know, that, I feel like people will always connect more with a real person on the stage, because you can really see it then.
Then there's also, of course, there's an exception.
There's an exception.
Because you know what people are doing now? The money-hungry corporations love to take someone who's already died and make them a hologram on a stage.
Yep.
You got ABBA that you can go to. You got Prince. You got Michael Jackson shows that you can go to.
Popping out
I can't wait to see Beethoven live. That's going to be crazy.
The Fifth Sonata.
Yeah, no, that's a good point.
So,
but I don't know.
Like that's pretty rare.
I still think that even in the future, if that is commonplace, I still think there's a place for the real person to be on stage.
I agree.
I think people will still enjoy it.
I agree.
Yeah.
So it is just a creepy side effect of technology getting better.
My fear is not that it's going to go away. It's just that it would shrink. Like the possibilities will get even smaller.
Do you think that that's already happened though as well? Like we're already starting to kind of have to figure out how to go over challenges like that with TikTok, and the fact that the mid-range artist has so much more of an opportunity to truly go viral with like millions of views on a video of a song and still not break through. Because you're saying that the mid section is shrinking, right? With AI, it would shrink.
Like that's where it's gonna like.
I feel like it already has.
Well,
with like just how available people can become on social media.
And not, but that's what I'm saying though.
It's
it
gonna
already
get even
has.
worse.
Yes. Yeah. Because now it's everyone plus AI.
Plus.
But in like the
Data
50s, 60s, 70s, there was no mid-level artist in that way. There was
That's
no
true.
person with 200,000 monthly listeners.
Yeah.
And like a devoted little fan base online. You know, the internet didn't exist.
So
maybe,
thus the trade-off exists, the
I
catch-22, if you will.
Maybe the truth is that there is/was a golden age to be a mid-level artist, and it was like the 2010s, maybe early 2000s a little bit.
I don't know. I disagree with that specific. Maybe like 2015 to like the rise of the beginning of TikTok. You know, like when TikTok was just starting to, like, people would realize that, oh, you can become famous on this before it got too saturated.
Right.
Because all I heard about was like Britney Spears, One Direction, Justin Bieber, you know, in the early 2000s.
There was no like, oh, do you know this niche artist? And then people say, yeah, I do. Like there was none of that. You know? Whereas now I feel like a lot of friends who I'm in like similar like genre circles with.
Right.
I'll bring up a random artist who probably has like, 50,000 monthly listeners or whatever, and they know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Like that's pretty small.
That's cool.
And that didn't exist in the past, So like, it's interesting.
But what were you saying before as well with like, using AI as a tool, and you don't want to be too disrespectful about the concept of what it could be as a tool?
I'm very open to that.
I don't know.
But I like
because in that regard, you're also maybe if you have like a very specific vision that AI can only like make a sound that we haven't really heard before, or maybe you can't pay yet for, like licensing strange sounds or beats, I guess. And so you work off of that, and that's like a tool in your music making process. But you also have to keep in mind, like, it's working off of the backs of other artists who are not getting any recognition, and it's just such a tough, and it's using water that communities now don't have access to drinking water, and it's just like, it's such a but I do understand, because there is one person who I actually saw as a video creator, who is like a huge editor and makes her own, she basically composites a lot of things. So she gets a lot of video film of herself, and then she makes these crazy AI generated backgrounds to add like graphics to her work that, previously she wasn't capable of doing, and maybe didn't have the funds, because she is a rising artist, to like actually hire out a really good graphic designer. Right. And there was so many comments that were like, oh, just recognize that this was AI. I'm like undoing my I'm unfollowing or whatever. Like, I thought you were actually creative. And in the back of my mind, I was like, I understand it. I understand the righteousness, and I even agree with the righteousness. But at the same time, like, she clearly put a lot of work into putting it all together. And
to like,
that's where it feels like it's the level of like auto-tune hate that there was in the beginning of auto-tune becoming a thing. Or just like even having beats made on a computer. People don't like that. People want real instruments. Things like that.
What are you thinking?
On my end, I think throughout history, the only option you have is to adopt the new technology, and so
people do say that.
For me, I'm trying to do that. So I have this song for Jenna Ortega coming out, and so I'm
AI
generating. I'm AI generating a bunch of Jenna Ortega stuff. Right?
I've seen that. That.
And so for me, I'm in trying to find how I can integrate it like that in a way that works for me. I'm just right now using it for things that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. Because I'm not gonna have Jenna Ortega in the studio. Now I can hire an actress who dresses Jenna Ortega, but I'm broke, so I
so that's really the thing, right? Is like, so much of this, I think people get a lot of hate off the bat, and you can argue whether or not it's valid, but at the end of the day, like, it does warrant someone to acknowledge the fact that the companies that own so much capital and so much access to whether they allow a really good artist to get to the next level. Like, we are up and coming artists. We don't have a big budget that we can throw into this. And it's a privilege to be able to. it is a huge privilege to be able to have money to put into anything, songwriting in general, being able to pay for a DAW if you have one that has a subscription, like all these things where it's like, so yes, I understand that you want to hate on me for using something like AI as a free tool, but remember, there's so many things that I'm having to break through that I don't have access to, that maybe you don't want to put your hate on me as someone who would use it, but rather how difficult the industry is,
right,
and unfair it is
Yeah.
for artists who are like us starting out. But I don't know. I don't use AI in any of my workflows, so this is just a counterpoint.
I don't use computer. I use the printing press to make my music.
Yeah.
Whoa, printing press, a little fancy, huh, bro?
Actually, yeah.
Is pen and paper not good enough for you?
We didn't even get into the fact that like that thing has a contract.
Oh,
like
right,
that
right.
was
The
an
$3
interesting
million
part.
AI
$3
artist record.
million dollars?
I'm not aware of this. Have you heard about
No,
it?
I haven't. Wait,
It's
I
like an
haven't.
R&B.
You know about this?
Yeah, it's an R&B AI artist, and they're basically just making generic
Who are they
love
paying?
music.
Wow.
Yeah, they're the person who's like
prompting the AI.
Yeah, $3 million is crazy.
That is crazy.
And that's what I'm saying. Like the market opportunities for artists are just gonna continue to shrink.
Yeah.
Because now they can just and my guess is this is gonna fail. But in the future, will it? They're gonna figure out the systems and be able to optimize for profit.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of like maybe we as humans can adapt to like what are they doing that they love so much, you know?
What do you mean?
Because is this like why would they pour so much money into something? Because they could just pour it into a person. So they must think that in the long run it's going to save them money somehow.
Did you hear what Timbaland was saying?
No.
When he had his AI thing?
No, what did he say?
He pushed an AI artist. And the idea is basically they don't talk back. So you can make it do whatever you want and there's no human resistance, right?
Bad. Bad.
Ew.
So now I have a robot slave.
Don't do that.
No, literally.
Bad.
Ew.
It's easy, right? You can program it to do whatever you want, no resistance. It's going to do the thing that you want it to do. And you own it. Yeah.
God.
We're cooked.
I hate that. It's such a visceral
Welcome back to the
degree.
Cooked podcast.
Today we're chefing up our dreams.
But maybe to end it on an optimistic note. Here's what I will say. I do deep down in my soul believe that maybe the one thing that AI can't do better than humans, like if you give it unlimited time to practice and stuff, is to make genuine music that connects with people, or genuine art that connects with people.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like that coming from a real person is best.
Yeah.
And someone's gonna play this in 2065 and be like, "Look at what these old
You
people
fool."
thought.
Yeah.
These freaking doofuses."
Yes.
Not me. I
but
know we're cooked. Continue. Sorry. I'm sorry.
But I have to believe it. And you know, if I'm wrong, I'll deal with it. You know? We'll figure out a way forward. We're not gonna self-destruct.
You just gotta craft your world because AI can't craft worlds yet. You know.
Yeah.
You can't bring someone into an immersive experience of this is the art that I make and this is how it connects to my humanity and this is how it connects to your humanity at the end of the day. And that's why you should listen to me, because it'll help you in the entirety of your life.
Yeah.
AI can't do that yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Tomorrow.
I'm looking at you in your doubtful ass face.
Maybe we move
You're
on
like,
to the
I've
next
been
question.
brought.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next question
All right,
for the
all
sake
right.
of our
Thank you for
sanity.
that question. We
Thank
really
you for
liked
that question.
it.
That was a great one.
Clearly.
We had a lot to say about it. So
We
thank you.
yapping
Thank
our-
you.
yeah.
Leave more questions like that.
Please.
This next one comes from Najee Doe on Instagram. Roth IRA versus Roth 401k when redistributing post-tax capital flows out of a jointly custodied short-duration liquidity instrument.
I've been hoping to answer this.
Well, obviously you do the IRA first because that has the $7,000 limit. Is that right?
I think this year it's 7,000.
Okay. Well, you fill that up and then you match on the 401k on the back end just so you get it out the way. Easy.
Ooh, that was a very simple answer.
Thank you, Benny. Appreciate that. I'm sure.
By the way, I'm broke, so don't listen. Don't take financial advice from me. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
But yeah, I mean, see, this is a good point, though. I wanted to include this question because we will take any questions. It doesn't have to be music. Like, we love music questions.
Please.
But you can ask us about whatever you want. You can ask us our favorite flavor of rice.
The AI.
Please ask us that.
What's
Ooh.
yeah, I want to know.
I like a nice basmati.
No.
See, I want to know what
Spoilers,
Rachel's
spoilers,
favorite
spoilers.
rice is, but I can't ask her
You're never
until
gonna
you
know.
ask.
We're not allowed to ask each other questions.
Yeah.
I actually I've only ever met these people in this room, so it's really hard because I don't know their last names. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I don't even know your real first name.
Yeah.
You're just the vibe. I don't know. I know I said your first name a second ago, but I don't even know it. I just guessed. That was a guess.
Crazy.
I didn't even clock that.
Anyway, next question comes from Rumingo.
That's a beautiful name. Good job.
This is a great name. I really like it.
Rumingo.
So this is a long comment, but it started with a quote that I really liked. So I'm just going to read the whole comment because I thought it was insightful. Great episode. I think one of my favorite sayings comes from Steve Vai. Write a song, but write a song as if no one's ever going to hear it. Because you have no expectations, you can do whatever you want. You can be completely free of the fear of being criticized, the fear of failing. And then you're making music for yourself, and you can truly be creative and do whatever you want without worrying about it appeasing anyone but yourself. I'm actually going to skip a little bit, but I appreciate all that. I think that's great insight.
Huge.
And then the question that comes from this is, my question would be, do you guys have any specific fears when it comes to making music or publishing it? If so, then how do you deal with it? So first off, I love that quote. I've never thought of that before, but that's a great way to approach.
Oh yeah, they
being
really
creative.
so we did like what, a 45-minute podcast episode on
Yeah.
that, and they summed it up in three sentences.
Yeah, it
Great.
was really good.
Great.
You want to be on the next episode?
Way
Like-
to show us
What
up.
kind of rice do you like?
But yeah, like what was the question?
Are you
Basically,
scared?
how do you deal with the fear of?
How do you deal with the
when
fear of
creating?
making and publishing music? Yeah, I'm curious. How do you? Because we all have music
I will
out.
definitely go first. I think there's a lot of different ways to look at this. For me, what I generally try to do is separate the process from making to publishing, and I try to keep one focused on art, one focused on business. So in the art section, it's really like, it's almost like a psychological, spiritual adventure to like just be devoid of care.
Yeah.
It's like I try to create almost a meditative state where I can
Yeah.
just be present and focus on the thing that I'm doing. Because the moment I let any like outside influence enter like the creative place, it creates a bunch of blocks, and like I
Infiltration.
overthink it, and it messes with me. And then on the opposite side of that is, as soon as the song is like 67% done,
Yeah.
it's clear enough to
6,
me
7.
what I want to do with this, that I can just finish it out and then focus on getting in front of people. And then there's not the fear is more so like, how can I make this so good that I don't like, there is no fear, or if there is fear, I've done everything I possibly could to give this the best shot to engage with the world.
Right.
And so even if I am afraid, I know I've done everything I can, and that like
Yeah.
comfort and assurance within me supports me.
There is a
That's
lot
good.
of comfort in knowing that you've given it literally everything that you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
the same
felt-
concept in sports, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess so. Yeah.
Because, you know, if you go out there and you're disappointed in yourself, if you're
Sure.
disappointed that you've lost, or you're disappointed that you didn't get the time that you wanted or whatever, then you can be so hard on yourself that you're not going to race another race or do another game, right?
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
the psychological side of it can get to such an extent that it will debilitate you.
Right.
But if you can say, no, I worked my butt off to get to this point, and I left everything that I had on that, so to speak, stage, then there's no shame behind it, and the fear kind
Yeah.
of dissipates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Huge.
Yeah.
You nailed that.
Yeah. That's a really good point.
I know.
Yeah, I think for me, the reason I'm not scared to put stuff out is just because I've been doing it my whole life. Like, not music, but like
Yeah.
putting stuff out since I was 13. I've been making
Yeah.
YouTube content, and like, it's always hardest when you've never made a certain medium before to put it out. Like, I was very scared putting out my first YouTube video, very scared putting out my first song, my first podcast, whatever it is. Like, always, that's the scariest thing. But once you get on a roll and you've done it enough times, it almost becomes habit, and it's like scary to not do it.
Yeah,
You
you
know?
almost realize that like it wasn't that big of a deal, and you didn't have to be scared in the first place, and that in fact the only reasons that you were scared, all of those things will go away the more steps you take.
And guess what? There's more things to be scared about. So
I mean, the
we're
fear
gonna-
will never leave, especially if you have like an anxious brain.
Oh,
But
yeah.
hindsight will tell you that you probably didn't need to be freaking out as much as you were, and
Yeah.
maybe you can learn from that a little bit as you continue. But the blocks do still come and whatever. But
For sure. I will say, like, yeah, with music now, I'm definitely not scared to put out a song.
yeah, same.
Like I used to be. Like, you know, I feel like, okay, I mean, I've done my best. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely like the fear is more like, you know, where do I go from here? Like, how do I take this to the next level?
Yeah.
And then I'm scared of what's to come. Like, not so much scared, but just like trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of thoughts about it.
Yeah.
But,
There's also, I feel like once you start to put things out, then you start to have people that you can meet, and once your community grows, then there's a lot less fear involved in the process, because now you're around other people who are just as involved as you are, and they will lend you some of that encouragement and motivation to just keep going at the end of the day. It's really, really hard if you're alone and you haven't put anything out yet.
I'm so alone.
I love what you said about just keep going.
Yeah.
I think that's a really important principle to follow in a lot of things, especially when you're creating something and putting it out into the world and you have goals with it, to be able to continuously release, even if you're scared, even if you don't know what to do next, even if you're overwhelmed. I think it's so important.
Let the momentum keep building.
Yes.
If you let yourself stop, it will be so much harder to get started again. It's not impossible, so don't freak out and be like, oh my God, I've stopped. I've stopped.
It will be impossible. Don't do it or you'll never be able to release
don't
again.
listen to him, okay? He's the devil on your shoulder. You don't need to listen to him.
I'm sorry.
I always love being in the middle of this because I feel like I'm kind of the mediator between you two.
But there was a quote that I came across where it's like, you have to trust that your hands will be able to do the, I mean, I'm really messing it up, but it's like it's for people who are like sculptors who like drop a piece or they mess up a clay thing, you know, where it's like one small movement and the thing like collapses on itself.
Right.
And the quote was basically talking about like, you have to trust that your hands are skilled and that they will make again. Like, do not worry that you just shattered something on the ground that you've been working on for 7 hours. Don't worry about it, because your hands are capable and they can do it again.
That's good. That's
it
really
really
good.
spoke to me. I was like, thank God for that.
That speaks to me. Actually, I think that was just you speaking to me. Because
I messed up the quotes so badly. Yeah.
No, but no, that's really good. I like that.
Rachel's version of some wisdom. Or Risk is, I don't even know my own name.
You're Risk. You can be
I'm
whoever
both.
you want. We're all just guessing that your name is Rachel. You're guessing.
Also
I know they're pretending he doesn't. They're actually siblings. So and I'm really annoyed.
Yeah.
No, the truth is out.
The truth is, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Twins.
Yeah.
You're such an
Honestly,
Aries.
twins is like very accurate.
What is your actual zodiac?
Taurus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because he got that bull in him.
Crazy work.
No
an
bullshit,
Aries.
but I'm still a Taurus.
Hey.
Check out. By the time this comes out, the song with Cremona might be out.
It was really
called
good.
Taurus.
It's called Taurus.
It's called
Taurus.
Taurus.
It's going to be on Cremona's Spotify. Maybe on mine too. I don't know.
Keep
But
an
it's
eye
his
out
song.
for that.
Keep an eye out. Keep an eye out.
You're here for
Yeah.
the special mention of it.
Yeah.
What are
Thanks
you?
for the
What's
question.
Your zodiac?
Guess. Only one person has ever guessed you right, and it was at the Pocket like a week ago, or like 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Only one person is. In fact, I bet I can guess what your guesses are. I bet I can guess your wrong guess. Right?
I don't think you're a Scorpio.
We're gonna say it on 3. What you
No,
think?
no. Hold on, I gotta think about it a little bit more.
You're gonna say one of 2 things. I know it.
No. Hold on. I need a little bit of a preparation for this because I feel like. Wait, don't tell him what it is.
No. He's saying what you're gonna say he is.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Hold on. I know you're not a Taurus. I know you're not a Virgo. I know you're not a Scorpio. Are you a Cancer?
No.
He was wrong about what you guess.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say what you are. I don't know any of these.
Okay.
You're an Aquarius.
Oh, what the? Yeah, dude. You're the second person ever to get it right. There you go. He's the second person to ever get it right. The second person. Very nice.
No.
Very
I
nice.
literally know nothing about astrology.
I forgot about Aquarius.
And just do the
That's
thing.
my bad.
I'm kind of proud of that.
Yeah, no, you should be.
We got one more question before we go into how we've been scammed as artists. This question comes from the one and only Hien with, I think, 9 N's. Question. You talked about your inspirations and being yourself and unique in your art. But then, do you think there are common topics that are overdone in music and examples of when people manage to break out of those molds and upend expectations?
Ooh.
Really cool question. I mean, there are definitely topics people use a lot. Like, there are probably 800 trillion love songs.
Yes.
And 800 trillion breakup songs.
Yes.
So
and we need all of them.
we need all those. Those are all great. But yeah,
Yeah.
they're definitely common topics. So yeah, I'm
I
curious.
don't know about overdone, because I feel like that's saying that like if you make something that is on a topic that people are used to hearing about, that you can't ever say anything new about it. But you can, because again, you are a special snowflake of a person.
You're
But I really do mean that, and like your take on love is not going to be the exact same as someone else's unless you're trying to make something that is like someone else's take on love. Which is like
goes back to our last episode.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, on authenticity. I think you summed it up perfectly. It's about your perspective on the thing.
Yeah.
I definitely think there are too many love songs that don't have a new perspective or a new take.
Okay,
and
agreed.
it is just trying to make a good love song, which I don't think there's anything bad at that about that, unless you're good at making love songs. Like if that's your thing.
I mean, some people make whole careers where that's like the type of song they make. Like not just a genre, but a topic for every song too. And that's, if you can do that, more power to you. But,
yeah, and it's also as commercial artists, people getting paid for their work, you want to make the thing that people will engage with and care for. And maybe people don't want to listen to the song about the caterpillar that you saw in your backyard when you were 6 years old.
Why would you tease my next song like that? That's crazy. Damn it.
No, maybe get my sign right, and then I won't.
You're like, help me help you.
Yeah, come on. What do you
Caterpillar by Risk coming out next week.
Actually sounds like a really good.
You could
kind of inspired me a little bit.
Dope.
Caterpillar. Sunshine, you could have no. I think Evergreen and Caterpillar are good song names for you.
That's good. You could do that.
Ooh, don't tell me.
What I was gonna say though, what were you just said something that really in my brain. What was it?
I'm sexy.
No.
And I know it.
Perspective.
I think you can tell when someone goes to make a song because they're like, I want to make a love song, rather than like, I'm in love and I feel it. I want to make it into a piece of something to listen to, you know?
Yeah.
Or like, I want to make it's a little bit different when it's like hype music. Like, I want to make something that will motivate people. I feel like that's a good intention to have. I feel like that's a genuine intention to have.
Yeah.
But if you're walking into something with like a little bit more emotive weight to it, like I want to make a love song, I want to make a breakup song, I want to make a sad song. It's kind of like, okay, so then where's this coming from? You can feel it when it's not coming from anywhere.
I mean, and to add on to that, sometimes it's just not that big of a deal. Sometimes you just want to like make something, and you don't really care.
That's true. That's true.
Like the depth about it. I want to make a song where it's like, I'm having a good time.
There is some music where I'm like,
fantastic.
Yeah, no, but there is some music where I'm like, okay, maybe the lyrics aren't speaking to me, but the production is so good. Then it's worth listening to.
There's so many different elements to
facets.
Yeah.
Many facets of music.
Yeah.
But I think this is an interesting question too, because I even find that I sometimes write about the same topic over and over.
Oh, for sure.
You can find many threads in my music of like, I want to quit, and like, and whatever. Like there are a lot of threads of that, because that's like a feeling that I feel a lot, where it's like,
and you're still working through it.
Still processing it.
Oh.
And
sorry.
Continue.
Oh
no. I want to hear what you have to say. but I guess just to wrap up my thought real quick.
Sorry, I just had a moment with God. Real quick. Has nothing to do with podcast.
Transformed to like a 1960s black church in the South. Like, whoa, like, that was crazy.
The Holy Ghost.
Yeah, good for you. I'm proud of you.
That was great.
I believe in you, kid. Keep doing your thing.
All right, back to the podcast. Anyways.
To go back to what I was saying though, like I've realized recently that sometimes I get down on myself for like, I'm writing the same song. But like, or I'm writing about the same topics, but that's not actually a bad thing. Like I said earlier, there's some people who make whole careers out of one topic,
Yes.
and like, if you can find a new spin on it, or just like, even the emotions you're feeling in that moment are always going to be slightly different from how you felt when you wrote your last song about the thing, so like, I think it's not so bad, and you just gotta write it anyway and then decide if you like it.
I agree.
So I feel like I force myself to push through those bad feelings of like, I've written this before, and try anyway. Just see what you come up with, and sometimes you come up with something super original when you feel like you're being derivative. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you kept talking for the extent that you did, because I at one point did lose what I actually had my revelation about, but I found it again, and I want to be able to bring up the exact quote because again, it is another quote.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll be able to find it in time enough. But if I do, I might put it on the screen. We might put it on the screen.
Put
here
it on
so
screen
I can
right
actually
now. Editor, editor,
Editor,
whoever you may be.
You know who you are, you bastard of a man.
What?
Huh?
Siblings, am I right?
But it was basically like you reminded me of another quote that I love, which is to be an artist is to have something that you really want to say and to spend your whole life trying to figure out how to say it correctly.
Yeah, that's really nice. I think for me, what I'm trying to say is,
No, great point.
in a bunch of different ways.
No, that's good. That is really good. Like,
yeah,
and I think there's also sometimes there's many things you're trying to say. You know, humans are multifaceted.
Yeah, like you have, but there's multiple things that you want to say, and you're spending your whole life like, how do I find a way that really is lovely to me
I think,
trying to say it?
You know, there's a limit to what words can do and the meaning that words can communicate. And I think art is one of the mediums that we have as like people to communicate in a way beyond that's more defined than words. That can be more defined than words. Yeah. To articulate meaning and feeling.
I mean, that's the nice thing about music is like you can strike someone's soul with a chord, you know?
Yeah. Like
it doesn't have to be the full production doesn't really even have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be. But
Travis Scott reverb just like takes me to another
him
plane.
Falling off a stage with the reverb. He's like,
no, legit though. I mean, like Travis Scott's my favorite artist. So like here, just the vocal effects sometimes, you know, because people will like rag on Travis for like not having deep lyrics or whatever, which is, you know, totally valid. But like, I just the way that I'm able to put the music on in headphones and like levitate, like ascend to another plane with just the production and vocal effects. That's what does it for me, you know? It's like it's something special. So yeah, I don't know.
Something that kept me tied to religion for so long when I was growing, because I grew up in a very religious household.
Yeah,
and
we did. We're siblings.
Yes, of course.
Actually, no. Long lost siblings.
But with that experience, I feel like there is so much that the church actually does to evoke a sense of spiritual like validity through music. Because so many times when I was growing up, like you're kind of told from like birth that you will have like a moment where you can realize you can see God's like hand in something, right? So like you only for people with eyes to see can find God's you know, touch and whatever. So it's like open your eyes and you'll find it, right? So many moments that I had where because I was a pretty doubtful kid, even though I was extremely religious. Like
Skeptic.
I was skeptical before I even knew what being skeptical was.
Right.
But the moments that confirmed it, you know, at that age, which was, you know, confirmed, were moments where it was based on music. Like when you're in church, because we went to like a predominantly black church as well. So like the music goes crazy, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, but like the music goes crazy, and it there's moments where you're just like, oh, God has to be in this because this feeling cannot come from anywhere else. Yeah. And then you just kind of start to realize, oh no, that feeling can come from literally any other form of music.
It can come from Travis Scott.
Yeah. Travis Scott is God's hand.
That's a dope line.
Is it though?
He's hyping me up in areas that I do not need. My ego is already too big.
Maybe I'm just sleep deprived.
I don't know. It has been a really weird week. My sleep's been very much off.
I slept great.
All right. No relatability here.
No, I actually did kind of have bad sleep last night, but the night before was really good.
You had a dream about us.
I did. I had a dream that
the blink, the scared blink.
So I had a dream last night that it was like 5 p.m. and Risk has to leave at 4 today.
Yeah.
And the vibe hadn't gotten there yet, and it was 5 already, and I was like we're not going to be able to film the podcast. Like, how are we going to do this? And then I woke up from the dream. I was still in a dream. And then I woke up from that dream and I was like, let's go. Podcast day.
I love when you wake up from a stress dream and it's I'm not, this wasn't real. Thank God.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad. It's not 5. What is it? 1:22. We have so much time. Risk doesn't have to leave for another 2 hours and 38 minutes.
Okay, math.
We have so much time. Anyway. You want to get into like the real topic of this episode? Yeah. So I mean, I feel like just so y'all know now, that's kind of the vibe we're going for with these Q&A sections. We want to have some like long form discussion, some short form discussion, whatever it is. So leave your questions down below. We will answer them next time. But yeah, for this episode, we wanted to talk about the scam industry or the scams in the music industry. We've all experienced them in some form or another, whether it's like shady DMs or shadier DMs.
Ooh.
I think you have a really good story about a scam that may have tried to contact you.
Yeah, this was really heartbreaking, actually. It happened a couple months ago, so I was a grown man at the time. I was
still fresh.
There's no reason this should have happened, but it did, and I take full accountability for my part in this.
You were already like in your 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
it's
look great.
Yeah, no.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I try. So it's like 5 p.m.
Uh-huh.
on a Tuesday night.
And
I'm
Oh
stressed.
no, we're late.
Oh no.
And I'm thinking to myself, how do I make this music thing work?
Yeah.
And I need some space in my life, so I indulge in a little bit of a substance. Okay, and we're not gonna get into the details about that, but it helped open my mind
Right.
to things.
Okay.
A substance.
And deep into that,
Uh-huh.
I get a DM. I was like, oh, who's this DM from? So I open it, and it's an A&R of Interscope Records. It's the A&R of Interscope Records. She I forget, Nicole Wazowski
Doing
is her
cold
name.
outreach.
Nicole Wazowski. Now, I followed this account already because I was already on my we're networked and connected.
Interesting. So you thought this feels like an official account to you.
Because you already found it and followed it.
Yes, I was doing my rounds, following executives.
How big was it?
Yeah, how many followers did this Wazowski have?
Not many, but I thought it was like a low. I thought it was a low key account. I thought it was a low key. I thought they wanted to stay low key.
Sure.
They wanted to.
Okay.
They didn't
Because
want to
the
be in the
business
public
side of
eye.
things
That could
be-
totally be the
Right?
case.
And that was my assumption.
And they're not like a famous artist.
No.
So maybe
No.
not that many
They're
people
just
are
a
following.
business.
Okay.
A&R.
Executive,
Sure,
right?
Sure. They're just
They're just an executive.
So a few hours earlier, I'd actually just been commenting and liking posts, and that was one of the accounts that I engaged with. So the account DMs me, and the first thing they say is, "Hey, I just checked out your account." Hey, handsome is crazy. They reach out and they say, "Hey, I just checked out your account. Why haven't you reached out before?" And
that's tricky. That's psychological.
Yeah.
I respond, "Well, I didn't want to be too pushy."
Sure. Naturally.
So the
Gentleman.
conversation evolves, and they end up letting me know they're scouting for new artists for their division of Interscope Records. And I'm like, wow, that's super interesting. And guess what? They're interested in me.
As they should be.
As they should be. And that's what now I'm a little skeptical at this time.
Sure.
But also, what do I have to lose?
The thing that sucks is they should be interested in you.
Yes,
You know,
they should be.
like your art is so good. Not to
Yes.
gas you up. I try to be, not too crazy with how much I compliment you, but I'm a huge fan of yours.
Thank
Me
you.
too.
Thank you.
Me too.
And so, like, in my mind, if this person were legitimate, now none of this sounds like a legitimate way to do it,
Sure.
but
They're like if the Vibe texted us tomorrow and said, "Yo, this label reached out to me and it's some big label and they actually have an offer," I would be hyped
Yes.
as fuck, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
It's so well deserved.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, they prey on that. They know
Yes.
that there are many artists out there who are too good to not have a following. And that's what's happening. So
and
continue.
you're among them.
Continue.
So basically, we kind of start flirting low key, right? And
So in between the
I'm not
feet
exaggerating.
pics
Like
Dead ass?
It was a little bit. It was like we were playing with
You
each
and
other. a little.
Wazowski?
Me and Nicole got love. But I think it was like a Pakistani dude who was like 45 years old. So maybe not. But
He's like, your eyes are so pretty in this reel that you posted.
They're trying to play like both potential scams. Like
Yeah,
if the
yeah.
music thing doesn't work out, do the romance scam.
Yes.
and I'm falling
Dang.
for it. Hook, line, and sinker, baby.
Aw,
Regardless,
Bab.
they offer me this package
Bub.
saying they're gonna send me an email,
Mm-hmm.
and they're offering me $100,000, like
Upfront.
not even upfront, just like a supportive bonus to help me relocate to LA. They're gonna give me a laptop. They're gonna give me an iPhone. They're gonna connect me with the people they need me to connect me with.
Right.
And
Huge.
We're huge. I just to double check because I was a little skeptical. I went back to the account and I
Yeah.
found that they were posting pictures from 5 years ago with the captions that said they were like current. So like it was like a 2022 celebration post that they posted last week.
See, that's like lazy though. That's a lazy scam.
But at least it
you
was
could do
that
better.
obvious.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like, you didn't have to do too much digging to be
Yeah,
like,
true.
"Aw."
Yeah, I actually had
It's
to
like-
do like the bare minimum, and I
This
didn't
is-
up until that point.
This is like, you know how like in Mario games, like Bowser always has like the axe behind him, like
Yeah.
so you could just like break the like
Yeah.
defeat him. Like final bosses always have a weak spot. Like
Mhm.
why
Oh,
do
yes.
why do they do that?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
like scammers just having these obvious like
Totally.
dumb posts. Yeah, that's what
And,
this
and
feels
again,
like.
you were on a bit of something that would make you perhaps more.
Oh right, this I forgot about the substance
Um,
aspect of this.
What's the word?
High?
Susceptible.
Open-minded.
Open-minded. Susceptible.
Yeah. Anyway, basically, I tried to call them for confirmation, and they really didn't want to call. Like they were really fighting, and I was confused because we
Yeah.
were just talking for 2 hours.
What excuse would they give you? Like, no, I'm ugly right now. Like, what?
Something
What did they tell
literally.
you?
I'm in bed right now. I don't want to
Oh
talk.
my
Oh,
God.
that could also parlay into the romance scam.
Without me?
Yeah.
You didn't hit him with one of those?
What can I say? I'm about my business first.
All
Okay.
right,
I
okay,
have to make sure the
okay.
money's right.
Sure.
Regardless,
Professional.
really raised red flags that they were willing to give me $100 and change $100,000 and change my life, but they weren't willing to call me. Call me.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
and that was basically that.
That's the red flag, and that's when you realize.
Dang.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's hilarious.
it's crazy though, and people will do this, and it's lucky in your case that you took the time to really look into this and not just jump right in. But
All I did was go to their account.
No, but
No,
look,
no, no,
some,
but
some
plenty of
people are more
people-
susceptible than you as well.
yes,
Yeah.
and I want to make it clear too when we talk about scams that we're not like judging people who fall for them, because like
No.
these scams it's social engineering. They're trying their absolute hardest to make you fall for it and like figure out what
Your
you know,
weaknesses.
what your exactly. These are targeted things at artists.
It was crazy
so-
because I could like actively see the delusion in myself, trying to convince myself that it was real. Like I was
Yes.
'Cause
fighting.
you want
for
it
this.
so
Yeah.
bad.
Yes.
You want it so. You're so desperate. Not in like a negative term, desperation, but like in like a I want this.
Yes.
This is the life
Yeah,
that
dude.
I'm
It was-
trying to manifest.
You know, it was actually crazy watching myself convince myself that
Yeah.
this wasn't a scam.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but you're not as bad as the people who are like fully thinking that they're dating Brad Pitt or something, and you know.
Sure, but I've even heard some stories like that where you can understand where they came from
Totally.
too. Like, because
Always.
it's always some level of social engineering that's so.
Oh,
like,
there's
deep.
psychological majors. And,
Yeah, it's really amazing if it wasn't so terrible.
Yeah.
And so, you know, that's why I feel like you should never feel like you can't get scammed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I still don't know what we're titling this podcast, if it's you can't scam us or what. But
Go
we
ahead
don't
and
really
try.
think you can't scam us.
No, yeah, you can definitely scam.
You could
the heck
definitely
out of
scam.
us.
You'll
So-
never
so-
scam me.
We're scammable as all get out.
Yeah. So, you know, just be careful. Take
I'm
some
surprised
time.
that I haven't joined a cult at this point.
It's very
Have you ever
possible.
been a part of a multi-level marketing?
No, but I did. I feel like I did consider it when I was like 15. DG,
Yeah,
what is
look.
your story of
DG
scamming?
the artist, can you please inform us on how you got scammed?
Yeah, so I have a this is a weird one where it's kind of borderline, and I can't tell if it's truly a scam or not. I still
the
can't
best
tell,
kind.
which is the best kind. And what I will say is the reason I want to tell this is because there are people who do this and it is a scam. I don't know if what happened to me was a scam. So,
okay.
Let's get
a
into
little
it.
bit of a gray area.
Let's get into it.
So this was pretty much after I released my first single, Jersey Flow, and maybe my album was out. I'm not sure if it was even out yet, but it was very early in my music career. I had just become DG the artist, you know, and I noticed one day that somebody had followed me on Instagram, and this person
Oh.
had quite a few followers.
How many?
Wazowski?
Definitely more than fake Wazowski.
Aw.
Hey,
Probably-
stop hating on my girl, bro.
Probably in the realm of like 10 to 20K, somewhere around there.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
And so I was like, this is something. Could be botted. I don't know to this day. To this day, I don't know, which is the reason I'm not naming and shaming, because I don't know. I don't know if this was a scam, but people do scam in this way. So I noticed I had this new follower and a new DM, and they were like, yo, Jersey Flow goes crazy. And I'm like, someone likes my song.
Yeah.
Someone likes my music. And they have followers. And then get this. I checked out.
Yeah, buddy. Rip.
I checked out their Spotify because they're an artist too. I find out I'm looking through their stuff and I see that they have a song with a pretty big artist. I can't remember. I still can't remember who it was. It might have been like YBN Namir or someone, or like Famous Dex or something. You know, someone along the around that level of popularity where it's like they're kind of known in the game. It might have been one of the smaller YBN artists. I can't remember, but somebody. And I was like, oh, I know that name. So like this person could be my way into the industry.
Yeah.
Realistically, they probably just paid for the feature from that artist, you know. But I wasn't thinking that at the time. So I was like, this is my way in. So we talked for a little while, and they're like, hey, let me know if you ever want like a feature or something. And I'm like, that would be cool. I would love to collaborate. And then they slowly slide in. I actually recently looked at the DMs to get the details straight. They slide in. They're like, you know, normally I charge $500 for a feature, but you know, since you're a smaller artist, I would be willing to go lower.
They were using tactics on you.
Mm-hmm. So we were already talking for a little while before it was even clear that they would charge me. I thought it was just like, this is somebody who fucks with my music.
Yeah.
And they want to make a song together.
Collaboration.
That's what we should do, you know?
You were
like
in the middle of a sale.
it was all a sales tactic. Little
Right.
did I know. So me being naive, I'm still like, okay, wait, but this guy, whoa, this is like big.
Yeah.
Like he's offering to do a feature for me.
Right.
I just have to send him money. So
Yeah.
and he knows YBN Namir, who knows Drake.
It's a little price to pay for the rest of your life of fame.
Exactly. So I was like, this is it. Like I should do it anyway. So I'm like, okay, I can do 150. I think was what we ended up agreeing on.
Oh wow, you really brought him down.
You were willing to pay.
I was willing to pay.
But
Well,
you were
because
negotiating.
I was like, I should, you know, I should do this.
Okay,
so I was
business.
I was like, or actually, I might have even said 100. I can't remember, but whatever it was, we agreed on 150.
Okay.
And then I was like, this is so good. Like, I'm gonna get this great feature for $150 for my new song. It's gonna be fire. And then I tell my homie Jay Paris about this. I'm messaging Jay Paris and Clayton Alex actually in our group chat. I'm like, yo, guys.
Thank God for them.
Guys. I don't mean to brag.
Yeah,
But
I try to stay humble about you getting scammed.
But
I'm about to blow
y'all,
up.
this guy wants to feature on one of my songs. And I that's all I told him at first. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm going to pay some money. And then Jay Paris calls me and he's like, yo, dude,
Aw.
I don't think you should.
Friendship is important.
I don't think you should do this. And so, yeah, I ended up messaging the guy back. I was like, actually, yeah.
Never mind.
Never mind. I framed it like I talked to some people on my team or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because really,
They're
like,
on your team.
yeah. Jay
They're on
Paris
your
is on
team.
my team. He's.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. He's
in
totally
the most real sense of the word.
100%. Yeah. He's so on my team.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I was like, yeah, we shouldn't go through with it, but you know, I kept it cordial. I was like, maybe we'll collaborate someday in the future or whatever. You know, something like that. To this day, I don't know how much of a scam that was. Some people do make you pay and then never even send a feature.
Yeah.
Like it could have been an outright scam.
Right.
Or it could have just been kind of scummy where
Right.
it was just like a hidden sales pitch.
Yeah.
You know, it could have been, I don't know. Either way, not great. And just be careful who you get your features from and stuff. I will say, like, paying for a feature isn't always bad. Like, you know, I feel like if I had the offer from Travis Scott
Right.
to pay,
Well, yeah.
you know, if I was getting a good price for a Travis Scott feature,
100K,
Well, yeah.
200K.
Any sort of thing.
I
where
mean,
it's
that's
like,
what it would normally be, right?
Yeah.
But like, if it was like, this wouldn't happen. But if there was a world where I could pay $1,000 to get a Travis Scott feature, I think at this stage in my artist career, I would probably take that.
Probably.
You know, like that's probably a worthwhile investment.
Well, that
Yeah.
were,
You know, like if get it in writing, get it in a contract.
Yes,
you know,
contracts are
obviously
important.
I'd have to think about it. $1,000 is still a lot of money.
No, I
but
mean, dude, Travis Scott, you would make that back off
1,000?
stream.
Yeah.
Off stream.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
make at least
Travis
20, 30K off
okay,
stream.
yeah, you're
What-
right,
what
you're
are you
right.
talking
Yeah,
about?
no,
Okay.
literally what you're
Okay,
trying
I
to-
think I'm just being too cautious because
Yeah.
of what happened to me.
the hell?
Yeah. Okay, $1,000 for a Travis feature, I'd do it. I'd do it.
Hey,
Yeah,
Travis
that's hitting
Scott,
the
you hear
lotto,
that? That's
actually.
easy
Hit
money.
me up.
That's easy
Yeah,
money.
you hear that? I will
Travis
give
Scott.
Travis Scott. You were gonna do it for free. I know. You heard my music and you were
All
like,
you
I
have
love
to
this
do
guy.
is
But
make
now
an
I'll give you
Instagram
$1,000.
account.
Slide up.
So Travis Scott on Instagram, wink, wink. Make sure you reach out for that bag.
Yeah,
Wink,
yeah.
wink.
We're
If
just
you
telling
make a Travis Scott
Yeah.
alt account.
we're
I
just
wasn't
telling
thinking
people
about
the
that.
easiest ways to
I'll get you
scam
a
us
cut.
in this episode.
We're
We're gonna have to be on high alert
I'm picking
after
up
this.
your vulnerabilities and I'm writing them down.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So like, if there's something like that, that's a valid reason to pay for a feature. If you get it in writing that it's really gonna happen, you have
Yeah.
a proper contract, a lawyer, or whatever. Whatever you need to make sure it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Then yeah, like a Travis Scott feature is gonna change your fucking life. Do it.
I think it's clear. Like it's best to pay for it, put money into things where there's like a clear shift in skill level and power and access to.
Yeah.
Like that's really what you're paying for.
And the thing is, even beyond just like that song itself, from then on, I can tell everybody at every venue I ever go to, I have a song with Travis Scott.
Yeah.
And that gets you indoors,
Right.
So
Totally.
like something like that, like
Totally.
that's when it could be worth it. But if there's somebody who's like not truly that well connected, maybe they're just a little bit above your level of popularity or something.
Yeah.
Offer a free, like a feature for feature type of thing.
Yeah.
If they don't want to do it, then they don't actually fuck with your music,
Real.
Like, so why work with them anyway?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think feature for feature is the way to
Mine's
go.
also kind of on that like same level of like this is more scummy than like outright scammy.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I have a lot of people sliding into my DMs being like, "Hey, I have this service." No, not like that. Golly. Although kind of like that as well. No, okay. I have a lot of people being like, you can pay for us to write an article about you. You can, we're doing that. I just got a DM the other day that was like, we don't select many artists. You're very special. Like they love bomb the hell out of you, just being like, you are different and unique.
Yeah.
Pay us money because we see that unique little sparkle of a gem inside your soul.
Which sucks because it's true. You
It
are
is true,
unique.
but it's I've been in relationships where I've been love bombed before, so I'm like I can see the signs, just because a man sees the sparkling soul of your, of who you are. I think Brittany Broski said something like that. Like that doesn't mean that you have to give them attention. It doesn't mean that you have to like give in to them. You don't owe them anything just because you are special and they noticed, right?
That's real.
Anyway, I get that a lot. But my like the biggest thing that I thought that was like really scammy was there's a level of this industry where people can get success through getting playlisted. And what I kind of came across was like, oh, if playlists are the things that's going to kind of like bump me to the next level, then of course I want to get on more playlists, right?
Yes.
And when you're starting out, you don't really realize that a lot of these playlists might be botted, like super botted. And then that actually messes up the algorithms, like decision making on who you are as an artist.
Yep.
Because it doesn't make sense geographically. Why would these people be listening to you? Doesn't make sense. These people aren't listening to any other songs in your genre.
Right.
Like they're not real people, right?
Yes.
You're just basically running up the numbers by having a spot on a playlist that isn't going to help you.
Yeah.
But
Shout out all the bots in Helsinki, Finland listening to my music.
Hey. And you don't realize that, so it's very easy to fall into. And of course, you have to pay for it. You have to be like $50 to like get a special like up at the top of this playlist, that has so many listeners per month. And you're like, oh, this must be legitimate. And there are legitimate playlists that you can pitch yourself to and they will add you, but that's
sites like Submit Hub and stuff allow you to do like playlist pitching for a price, but like, and that's legit. Some of those playlists still have bots, so you gotta
because
be
you're not
careful,
directly paying the person who would playlist you. You're paying a service to connect you to the person, and that service also pays the person to be a curator on their platform.
Yeah,
so it's different. But if you're outright paying a service to playlist you, and they're the curators of all the playlists that they're going to put you on, that is so scammy. And not only is it actually hurting you in the long run as an artist, but what I came across was like I paid for one of those services, and then they made it impossible to cancel, to remove my credit card, to like, like there were so many things where it was like, sign up for this, sign up, add this, bonus this, bonus this. And like, by the time you're done getting through all these like pop-ups, you're like, okay, what am I actually paying for?
Right.
And did I accidentally sign up for like a subscription? So now, a hidden like monthly fee is going to be in my, bank account.
Yeah.
It's so dirty. It's
Evil.
so slimy.
Yeah.
And
America.
And then like they're like, okay, in order to cancel, you have to email us. And then so you email
That's
them.
crazy.
And then
I think that's actually illegal. I'm pretty sure there's some like
probably
laws
is.
against
What?
And then
that. Yeah.
Maybe they're not
and then they
US
don't
based?
reply for
Maybe.
3 weeks. So the next cycle comes up of your payment subscription, and then you're
That's terrible.
That's dead ass. You got
That
scammed.
is terrible.
You
I know,
really
I got
got
scammed.
Good job. Best scam story. Best scam story.
That's
Give it up.
number one.
Thank you. I'm extremely naive as a person. Confirmed.
No, but it happens. I mean, you want to
It's
get
just
on these
it is
playlists
that
and stuff, and
desperation. It's everything's driven by the desperation.
It's
And then finally, I literally was just like, "You guys are not. I've begged you so many times to take me off of this service. I'm just gonna remove my credit card details or cancel my credit card. Like fuck you. Like you're not getting any more money out of me.
Right, as they shouldn't. They
And then
scammed you.
They every now and then email me again, and they're like, "We just saw that you did a release. Are you gonna come back to us?"
The nerve.
I know. I'm literally
The
like,
nerve.
I
That's
cussed you
insane.
guys
They have
out.
automated
That's
emails.
insane.
That's impressive,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
Good
No,
job.
like,
They must be
it's-
making bet. Good job, scammers.
No.
I mean, that's
Enterprise.
the thing. Scams especially. I mean, all scams nowadays, but music industry scams are pretty intelligent.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
they're really they figured it out.
Oh, they know what they're doing.
They
Yeah,
know
the
what they're
best people
doing.
to scam are the most vulnerable, and
Yeah.
artists are.
I will say something that I've learned. This is not a sponsor. Actually, I think they do sponsor people, so hit us up. But privacy.com is a really good website for stuff like this.
Okay.
They give you like you can use basically like one-time credit cards. You just sign up once and they'll like generate a like fake credit card for you. So if there's a shady site, you can put like a limit on how much money the credit card can
That's
spend
like Apple
or how many
hide my
times.
email.
I guess so. I've never used that. But yeah, I mean
Ooh.
privacy.com is a big one. Not a sponsor once again, but hey,
But could
privacy.com, if you want to sponsor us, you're a great service. I use you, so
Yeah.
hit us up.
Shout out privacy.com.
Yeah.
Any other people who would want to sponsor us, actually?
Yeah, let us know. I mean, we won't just take any sponsor.
Well,
but let us
we
know.
get scammed.
Yeah,
because
we-
of that. Someone's
We
like,
got
we
a
would love
DM
to.
from-
We would love to sponsor you. Just make sure that you send us $50 to
Yeah.
to set up
To
the relationship.
facilitate the sponsorship. Yeah. Yeah. I think that might be a good place to wrap up the episode, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, let us know in the comments if you want to sponsor us. Let us know in the comments if you have any questions whatsoever for the next episode.
Yeah.
This has been the Hook Podcast. Once
love you
again, I am
guys.
DG the artist.
I'm Risk.
That's the vibe.
See you next time.
Sayonara,
Peace.
baby.
What?